from Zoom Motorhome Hire. This is a quick instructional video for our Chausson 660. So the vehicle is supplied full of diesel. If you just make sure you bring it back full. This is the fill up point here. There's no cap on it, straight in with the nozzle and fill to full. This is your electric hookup point. You'll see there's a wee blue button here for when you want to release it. The hookup, the side with the flap on it, the flap goes in over the top, clips in here in place, and then connect it to the campsite side. And for release, press the blue button as you pull it out to release it. This is your water fill point on the side here. It comes with a travelling cap on it. Take that off and replace it with the water fill cap. Hose onto the push fit, onto the tap at the campsite, and fill until it overflows. Now keep an eye on it. I've put some holes on it, but keep an eye on it, and then water starts to come out, turn off the tap and replace for the travel cap again. Make sure it's fully on and tucked away. So there's a side door and a back door on the 660, which is quite unique. You'll see on the keys there's one with BD on it. This one's for the back door. It's just a wee quarter turn. And just inside the back door, you'll see that there's a button here for the step that pops out. And before you travel, obviously make sure the step is tucked away for travel. And if you leave it out, there's an alarm that goes off when you put the ignition on, and it won't turn off until you put the step back in. If you've ordered a bike rack, the bike rack will be in place and instructions will be given at point of collection. There's also a rear view camera on the back here. As soon as you put it into reverse, you get the rear view. However, always make sure you get the passenger out, because as much as the cameras are good, you don't see the top of the van, and low hanging branches and the likes can puncture the back of the van, which is an expensive fix. On this side is access into the other side of the garage. The way the garage door locks work, the one that doesn't have BD on it, so there's just a wee quarter turn on them to lock and unlock them, and it's a kind of two-handed deal to open it up, the top and bottom. Make sure they're fully locked for travel. Down under here is a grey waste handle. Now the grey waste is dirty shower water, dirty sink water. It's nothing nasty. We tend to just leave it open unless asked to close it. At the campsite, for us to close it, that's it closed. The water will collect in it as you run it, and there'll be a service point you can drive over before leaving the campsite, at which point you open it up and the contents fall out. This is your cassette locker. This sits directly below the toilet inside. There's a wee lever on the toilet. You need to make sure that the lever's in the closed position, which puts a flap over the opening to the toilet. Make sure it's closed, and then it'll just slide out. Otherwise, it won't come out, in which case you'll have to go back in and open up the flap. Pull it out, take it to the waste emptying point, cap to the side, push this button as you empty. It just lets the contents flow. Once you've emptied it, it's called an LSAN point or a black waste point. It always has a hose next to it. Hose in here, about quarter half fill it with just water, back on with the lid, give it a good shake, get it all upside down. Do that a few times until the water's running clear, and then when it's running clear, the chemicals inside the vehicle will be shown to you at point of collection. On the filler cap, there's a little measure just here that's 60 ml. It only wants 40 mils of liquid. It's only about this much. Pop it in here and then once you go inside, just flush the toilet for a few seconds just to get a little bit of water in, and that's the cassette emptied. When you bring the cassette back, make sure it's thoroughly cleaned out. If there's any residue, there is a charge, so just make sure you thoroughly clean it out and don't waste any chemicals in it on the way back. We have 2 of everything, so we fully sanitize them for a week when the next hire's out. So just make sure that you thoroughly empty it before return. At the front here is your gas locker. When you're driving, make sure the gas bottle is fully turned off, and then when you're parked up For the duration of being parked up, you can just fully open it and leave it open. The reason we ask you to close it for travel, if there was a side impact, you don't want gas escape, of course, so make sure you turn it off properly for travel. So just inside the habitation area, you have your control panel for the electrics and for the heating. So just to run through the electric controls with you, leave the first two on all the time. There's a lot hanging off the lighting circuit, so just leave them on continuously. You can turn the pump on and off as you require water, for any tap water, toilet flush, etc. There's a wee light outside that you can toggle on and off here. This is your leisure battery voltage, your cab battery voltage, your fresh water level, and this is just about the brightness of this screen here. So your leisure battery voltage, if you're at campsites and you're every night, then you have no issues with leisure batteries, because when you're driving it's charging it, when you're at a campsite and hookup it's charging it. If you're wilding, i.e. you're not at a campsite for the odd night, some cases you'll find that the leisure battery starts to deplete because there's a lot using it when you're not on hookup. If it does, it'll start to alert you here. You'll get a flashing light here next to the picture of the habitation area, in which case run the engine for 25-30 minutes and it'll recharge things again. If we do wild the odd night, we tend to run it for about half an hour, about 8:30 at night, just to make sure that we've got enough to get through until the morning. So just above the electric controls is your diesel heating. This is Webasto diesel heating, which is really good, and you'll see that when you press the button here, it goes green instantly. There's little arrows next to the temperature, and you can toggle the temperature with the button here. So once you toggle it to the desired temperature, press it once, press it again, you'll then see it goes to the arrows, which is your fan speed, so low, medium or high. Press it again, and there's another wee press again to get to this infinity sign, and it will stay on until you turn it off. Now, if you're running it at night time, only run it at say 14 degrees and at one fan, otherwise it's way too hot and too noisy also. Okay, and just next to it there's some mid lighting switches here and floor lighting for night time if you're trying to get to the toilet or anything like that. Just next to it, you've got your carbon monoxide detector, smoke detector, all tested, so if they go off, they're going off for a reason. And if you're cooking, make sure you open a window or a skylight to let fumes dissipate. Okay,